under Hubble, it was 12.9 billion light years away. Well, because the universe since then has gone on expanding at an incredible rate, the whole universe,
Mm.
it's now 28 billion light years away from Earth.
Wow.
This star, Earendel, which is the furthest away from us in the universe. Quite incredible that they can even discover these things with the telescopes, such as the Webb telescope. It's quite remarkable. But
Yeah.
they know that it's a massive B-type star, whatever that is. There's various names for stars, but this
Right.
particular one, it's twice as twice as hot as the sun, and it's a million times more luminous. So you can imagine this star out there, huge, and it's a huge star. Okay, so but perhaps the most impressive, if we come to the largest star ever discovered so far, and it's a strange name. It's the first two letters UY, and then the name is Scuti, SCUTI. So UY Scuti, and it's really quite remarkable. Let's look at the diameter of UY Scuti. Now this one is 9,500 light years from Earth, so it's
Wow.
a bit closer than the 28 billion light years, but even so,
Yeah.
9,500 light years is a huge distance. Now, I remind you, the Sun, another star, its diameter is 865,000 miles
Mm.
across the diameter. 865,000. A quick guess on Uy Scuti, which is the largest known star as yet. Quick guess.
Yeah. I would actually go 24,000 in the diameter of this one. So it's the largest, isn't it? So it's obviously
Yeah,
large.
yeah. Obviously, if the Sun is towards a million miles across as a diameter,
All right. Yeah.
that's an
Yeah.
average size star. So
Yeah.
so this one. So what do you think this one could be?
Right. So this one would be probably about 5 million. About that.
No, no, it's a good guess, but it's not. It's actually 1,476 million miles across.
Oh.
Right? I mean,
Whoa.
can you imagine that? The biggest star in the universe that we've yet discovered, there's probably bigger ones, but nearly 1,500 million miles across. And the sun is not even 1 million miles.
Wow.
So you could actually get 5 billion suns of our suns into UY Scuti. 5 billion suns. As I say, it's often cited as the largest star yet discovered, and they probably will discover bigger ones. But we're getting into territory, or we have been all the time, where our tiny brains, in comparison, we can't grasp, can we,
No.
the sheer enormity of this thing we call the universe. And it's constantly expanding, so that the Big Bang was thought to be 13.7 or 8 billion years ago,
Mm.
because the light has taken that long to travel. But already we know it's expanded out to 28, probably now 30 billion light years away, and it's getting ever bigger. This incredible universe of which we are a tiny life forms, but we possibly are the only complex life that is observing this universe. We may well be kind of the brain of this universe, if you can see what I'm trying to say. There may
Yeah.
be other observers, of course, in other parts. Trying to say there may
Yeah.
be other observers, of course, in other parts of the universe or the multiverse, because some say there are many universes. But just thinking of that star, which could take 5 billion of our suns inside it,
Mm.
is just mind blowing. And I mean, if UY Scuti was put where our sun is, covered our sun, it will go out to the near edges of our solar system. Just it would engulf it because of the sheer size of it. So
Wow.
incredible creation, incredible forces which have done this. So there's some of the other types of stars. There's various types of stars. I mean, for example, Uy Scuti is what they call a red giant. Now, paradoxically, really, the bigger the star, the shorter its life. Now, any idea how long our sun has been there, or reckoned to have been there?
Oh, I dare not guess. I'm probably thinking billions, 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 and billions, trillions of
Yeah,
years.
it's about halfway through its life. In other words, in another same time again, it will have used its fuel, but it's about 4.5 billion years old. The sun and the solar system, I think, was something like 3 billion years. It was well into the life of the sun. And it's got another 5 billion years to go. So we're okay for a bit of a while yet, I guess. We are a yellow dwarf star, which is kind of the main period of the life of a star. That's called a main sequence star. And we know we've got about 5 billion years to go before it uses up its fuel. But strangely or paradoxically, the bigger the star, like a red giant or a red supergiant, like Uy Scuti, its lifespan is significantly shorter. It's thought to be about 10 to 20 million years old, which in space terms, astronomic terms, is not very old. And it may only have another 10 million years to go before it actually burns through. It just burns through its hydrogen to make helium. It's all these processes much more quickly than a smaller star like the sun. So ours is a pretty perfect size. So that's kind of comparison of stars. But one thing I did want to talk about in relation to our sun,
Yeah.
when the solar system was created, and in the millions of years after that, basically the other planets, as they condensed, got smaller, they had basically found themselves spinning faster, because to conserve that momentum that was
Yeah.
created at the beginning of this massive cloud of dust and gas which created the sun and the planets, as they get smaller and condense, they spin faster, and they all take on this what they call conserved momentum, so that